speaking on making important decisions that don't impact your life, like importantly, down the line. I said detrimental, but Ty corrected me, which made it a bit more of a valid statement. And what I mean by it is that, like I said, we're all at age now, 27, been through similar things in regards to careers, relationship losses, falling out with each other, making up with each other, like all of these different type of things, and being able to humbly say that, I was wrong there. But then when you kind of come to that like level where you can say that was my fault, and then you start looking back on decisions in your life, you're like, raw, I kind of know now because that was my fault. You know what I'm saying? Whereas at the time, you're like, no.
Yeah, you don't understand.
No. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm hard-headed, that. But then when you look back, you think raw. So if I was a bit like more humble and a bit more, I don't know, I dealt with the situation better. Could the outcome be better? Do you know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of times where I've dealt with things like I'm quite emotional, innit? So I've dealt with things quite irrationally, like a move fella. Do you know what I'm saying? And then when you look back at it, you're like, raw, I was bad for that. Do you know what I mean? But fortunately, we could speak it and we're good. Yeah, but there's some situations that you can't recover. But they've happened with your younger mind and your immature mind. And do you know what I'm saying, fam? So it's like, it's important decisions and actions that can impact your life. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's where, like, I'm trying to, like, get grasp of, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because even the other day where Ty was talking about Dogecoin, innit?
Oh, yeah.
And I corrected him.
Oh, yeah.
And I knew he was getting vexed.
Yeah.
That was white.
Ty's got a short temper, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No,
Listen.
Go on.
So, I know how that was going. I could see that already.
Yeah.
He knew
I
was right, innit?
Yeah.
You know, innit?
Yeah.
Be honest. Because he knows. That's what I mean. But you know what?
Mind your mouth!
2021, if you like that in the future, you have to say that thing. But this one I'm saying.
But no, go on.
No,
let it go. Let it finish. Let him land.
And this is where you learn, innit? And then you know your friends, innit?
Yeah.
Because I knew then that obviously I didn't really need to say nothing. And it doesn't really even matter. Like, I didn't even need to think it. Because obviously I knew that wasn't even the right currency, the thing it. And I could have said something else.
Yeah. I'm blessed for
and provoked it, but I didn't. But back probably about 2 years ago, I'd have just carried on and just finished. But that's what I'm saying, isn't it? That's growth, and that's when you know, when you start to know people, innit? You know, they're like borderlines and
the
stuff.
tolerance
like
levels and all of that stuff. But that takes a bit of effort.
And it's not that. It's just where you should know people, innit? So that's just automatic now. That's what I'm saying.
You're going to judge yourself.
I got nothing to say, fam.
It's true.
Yeah, man. You know what it is? 2021, I was trying to...
Ty's fuming! Ty's inside raging!
That's true though, that's blessed, is it not?
What's up, Ty?
2021, I'm trying to show some growth. You know what it is? Like, I do hear what you're saying still. And it is a case of man are always growing. Like, I think when you reach 35, 38, 30, 40, whatever, you look back at us now and think...
You didn't know nothing.
I didn't know nothing, cause...
Didn't know nothing at all.
You watch the same podcast as me, and obviously Joe and Martin are like 40. What was like our age.
Okay.
And it's like, they talk to him like he's a youth, fam.
Yeah.
You get me? So it's like, bro, like, we're at this age now where we've, like what Seb said, we've had a good understanding of life, we've experienced some decent things, but we're still learning. You know what I'm trying to say? Like man is still learning, and we will look back eventually. You get me? We'll look back eventually and think.
And that's why.
But like I said, it now it's important to try and put more thought into your decisions.
Yeah, because I think to myself, like, I don't want to.
More responsible.
I don't want to be in a couple of years in a position where, like, I'm thinking, I wish I made that decision at that time, because I'm already at this age now, and I'm thinking, I wish I made that decision then. Do you know what I'm saying? Of course. And it's not a nice feeling.
No, regret's one of the worst things.
Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's not necessarily regret. It's just the the thinking of different outcomes. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think and it's obviously fault in it. It's just it's an endless it's an endless thought system because you can't ever put an end goal to it because you don't know what would have happened.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So you get me.
I need one of them chips on.
Chips.
Yeah, them AI chips, yo.
I'll be performing.
Pause. Yeah, I'm telling you, that would be mad, innit?
This is why I listen to Reasonable Doubt like constantly. But there might gems in there from like he got a tune called Regrets in it.
What album's that?
This is Jay-Z's first album.
Okay.
Man saying
He's ahead of his time.
Yeah, he's saying one of the keys to success in order to survive, you got to learn to live with regrets, fam. Like you're not like even my man up to however he man's a billionaire, he makes wrong decisions. Like he's made wrong decisions that have cost him money, that have cost whatever.
Always thinking.
But you've got to be able to say like, alright, cool. What can I learn from that?
Yeah, of course.
What can I take from that?
Yeah, of course.
That's the same with the hedging.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah, man.
These
Like
little things you learn.
yeah, you learn and then you improve. If you continue to make the same stupid mistakes, then that's your problem. But if you have bad decisions, like man can't be afraid to fail.
Man should write your failures down still.
Yeah.
That's a result.
But then that could get you in a
forget
dark hole.
you
You'd be
forget what you
vexed,
feel
like, yo.
sometimes. Yeah, no, but you
Yeah.
forget sometimes. That's why you should write down and what you've done.
No,
right
I'm
and
very
what
much
you've
aware
done
of my failures. Trust me, fam.
I remember them.
I'm very much aware of
I
mine.
remember
Yeah,
I remember
and that's something that I'm very much aware of.
That's good.
You know what I mean?
You'll probably be successful with them.
Oh, wow, God willing, but no, I'm
No,
not saying it
probably
like, oh yeah, I'm very much aware, but I know, like,
Man, no.
where
fam.
yeah,
Man,
fam,
no,
like,
fam. Man, no.
you know what I'm saying? You know, you just, I'm not where I want to be, so
Man, no, fam.
let me see why I'm not where I want to be. It's because maybe I should have done that different day, I've done that differently. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, you have
And that's
to,
how I
you
look
have
at it.
to
Do you know what I mean?
fail first, fam.
And that's where pressure comes. You get me? Because you're like, right, cool. I've made all these wrong decisions. Now I need to start making better decisions.
And with the mentor thing, what you were saying, like we're our mentors, innit? Like us three, like you know what I'm saying? Because
Bounce off each other.
Yeah, we speak it in like every day and that. That's what I'm saying. So whatever we say, like decisions and stuff, that's where we'll make it, innit?
Yeah.
So it's little things like that.
It's wild. Still, that one day is like it's a massive lead on.
It's good.
No,
innit?
facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah, that's why I asked what you think 2021 is. Try to get some goals down still.
Like I said, man's got to take risks, and you got to bet on yourself, man. That's how I've been seeing things. Bet on yourself and be confident in your abilities. You get me? Be confident in your decision making. Be confident in your thought process.
Leading on from that topic,
Yeah,
though.
go to next one.
Leading on from that topic, like the either of you,
Ourselves.
do either of you have either of you kind of look back on life and had situations where you think you went wrong, and then a thought how you deal with it if you was to approach it again?
So from third person, like body experience, like so let's say, or you look at your past self. Sort of,
Yeah.
loads
Yeah.
all the time. Even have dreams of it.
Yeah.
Just thinking, you're like always in any situation, like money,
Everything.
education, everything. Because I'm thinking, I know that. Like, in an exam, man, I've had it. You've gone in an exam, you've remembered everything. You've gone in an exam, you forgot everything. You think you come back out and you're like, why didn't I put that down? I should have put that word down. It's with everything, fam. So with that, all you can do is when you get that sort of thing, is go back to it if you can, and sort of thing. You're like, if you can't,
But time moves, opportunities
that's
move.
what I'm saying. If you can't,
That's the big part.
I know.
Like
You've
I'll
got sometimes you gotta move on.
Yeah, like I'll like clock it, and the first thing I'm thinking is, what can I do about it? If I literally can't do anything to change it,
you always do
I'm
that.
just gonna brush it off, man, because it will just get you mad. And what can you really do except for re-piss yourself up?
But
Yeah.
you might as well, because
But that's a big grey area. If you can, because where you think you can, because your mindset's different, the opportunity might be there. You might think, I should have went for that job, I should have went down that career, and it's like, right now,
because certain things move on.
Yeah.
Or with certain things, what you can control, that's where the thing is where you're saying it's things you can't control. More, there's still things you can't control.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you can't change it, and if you can't control what the outcome is now,
what is control them?
yeah,
You might not be controlling it.
Yeah.
It might just be going that way because.
like for instance, we were talking in the group chat the other day about we could have potentially tried to have gone uni in America or something.
We could have controlled that.
I can't do that now. So what's the point
Okay.
in thinking about it in like saying, oh, if we did that, maybe this could happen and this could happen, because that's gone. So if it's gone and if I can't do that now, then what's the point? Like, if it was a case of,
Is there another way?
Yeah, of course. But then
There's
you don't
obviously
dwell on that opportunity when opportunity is no longer there. You have to think of another opportunity, like another route there. You know
what to
I'm
argue against that? Yeah. So just what you're saying at the end, another route. So arguing against it, like you might not get presented with exactly the same opportunity to bring out the outcome. However, the same opportunity might be there, but it's a different method of approaching it.
Of course.
And a different method of outcome. Do you know what I'm saying?
But I think that's...
that stems on to the sort of thing.
Yeah.
Where these outcomes, you don't know what that's going to be.
That's what I'm saying, but like, I think that's...
No, it's good. This good.
Isn't it?
Because,
It's interesting.
like, if you've got like a main aim, if your main aim was to live elsewhere or to be elsewhere or to live in a certain place, that was one route then. But if that's still your aim, there's always going to be another route anyway. So that's not going to be a regret necessarily. It just could have been easier. You might wish to go to LA instead. You might wish to go to America instead. Because they're around the same time. And he's like, yo, let's go to LA, man.
Oh, is it?
Let's go to LA. Yeah.
I remember.
But I thought he was going to like live.
To live there.
Yeah, for 8 weeks. This is going to be...
Was it only...
Yeah, it's going to be October to December. But
Yeah, fair
I don't want
enough.
to go to LA.
Are you glad you made that decision?
Huh?
Are you glad you made that
Of course
decision?
it did.
Yeah, so of course. But then, when that's what I was saying, something like that, I can always do it.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, that's not disappeared kind of thing. If I still genuinely wanted to do that, it probably would have been better at the time. But if I still genuinely want to do that, then I can do that now. But yeah, like if the opportunity itself is not there anymore, I don't ever try and think on it too much. Like, I would acknowledge it, probably get vexed for 2 minutes, but then I'm not gonna think, oh, what if I did the card? You can't change it, innit? Like, nothing can be changed. You can't go back. You're just gonna be sat there mad and not being able to solve anything. You know what I mean? But like you said, there's always other routes to get to where you want to go at the end of the day. Always. Yeah. It's a big world with fucking big opportunities. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I like this subject. So that's stemmed onto a lot, innit? That couldn't be a whole fucking episode. 2021.
Just so much deep.
You got a 5-year plan or anything like that, or taking it year by year or day by day?
Yeah, I'm like... yes and no. Like, I have like a monetary goal. Like, where I want to be money-wise in 5 years. How I get there...
You don't know.
There's a couple of routes, a couple of plans in place, but
you want to switch career though, innit?
Yeah, and I don't really like to have like rigid sort of plans because things come up out of the blue, opportunities come up.
Yeah, things
and
change.
Your mind changes. I noticed that from like, obviously we touched on it last week, but I noticed that from going to university and my mind changing on what I wanted to do with my life. So I don't want to say, this is a certain thing because I know what I'm like as a person. Like I'm a open-minded, pause if needed. I'm like an open-minded person. So any opportunity that comes around,
quite open to it.
That I might tickle my fancy. Like I might, you know what I mean. So yeah, I ain't really got.
Be careful with that.
Something like that. What about you? You got a 5-year plan? Don't listen to me.
Yeah, just thinking.
Obviously, you got your ACCs, innit? Yeah.
That's it, and then hopefully, I really don't want to stay in this country, innit? So.
Yeah, I'm over you, mate.
So try to get out.
What about you? Traveling?
Country, definitely traveling. Going back to America.
Yeah, just growing the business at the like trying to do that.
Yeah.
Obviously, like growing my career as well, but essentially working towards like being self-sufficient off like own business and stuff like that. Obviously, that's a long-term goal, innit? I'm not going to talk like that's around the corner. It's definitely not around the corner.
Good way.
But it's like
everyone should try.
Yeah, like I'd like to have that because I still want to live some life, innit? Like I do want to travel. I still want to still experience certain parts of the world. Like you said, I'm still figuring out if England's for me, which is obviously a big decision.
Yeah.
You got to consider like, would you bring up kids abroad, away from your family? Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying,
Drama
fam?
and
Yeah, exactly. Like that, they're things that I'm weighing up. Like,
That's a good point to make as well. Yeah, about you still want to live life in it.
yeah,
Because sometimes I have to ask, is it immaturity in me? Yeah. But sometimes I think I can't take this life too seriously. Only because, like I said, we all know people who have passed away young.
Yeah.
Or like people, and you don't want to spend all your time chasing this what seems to be ever-ending goal and forgetting to live in the moment, kind of thing. So, yeah, like I still want to be able to enjoy life as a whole without taking everything so seriously to where I feel like I'm always looking ahead. I'm always looking ahead, and I'm not looking around and like appreciating what I've got, because it just seems as if when you look at like I watch interviews of a lot of random people in it, like on like podcasts and that, and it always seems like it always takes something like horrible to happen in life, something detrimental happening for him to trigger the thing. Like you know what?
I'm doing something.
What's like really important? Like what is it that my real purpose is? Because I feel like from the 20s, even people in the early 30s and that, it's hard to figure out what your purpose is in life and what you're really looking to do. Kind of to touch on what we were talking about last week, as to what you want to do, as to what you feel like you're meant to do. I think that's two completely different things. You get me?
Yeah, and definitely.
And I feel like a lot of us get caught up in the what we're meant to do sort of thing, and forget like, yo, life is kind of what you make it, and it's about being able to embrace the moment.
Yeah. So
like I do kind of get caught in that little hole, and I think, is it me being immature, or I have to kind of fix up and say, no, you know, we got to do this, or you know what I mean? Like it's a bit of a weird one for me to work out sometimes. Still.
No, I like that. That's a very good thing. When you're looking at it, so do you think? So I think Seb was saying his age is about close to where he needs to start doing stuff and making things. So do you think your age is a bit further than that?
I'm just not trying to put an age on it. I'm just trying to do as much as I can for now, innit? And I have faith. And I think all of us deep down know that we're not fake. We're not like smart men. We're ambitious, and we'll be able to put things into play. I just think it adds like an unnecessary pressure to say by a certain age you should have this, because when you deep it, what is your age?
Yeah.
Because man could touch wood, man could pass away at 34, and then what? Like if like your goal was 35 or something.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what I mean?
True.
You should try things.
Try
now.
and live.
Yeah.
No.
Try and live,
That's
and
what
just
I'm saying, and that's why when
trying to attack what you want to attack, innit?
when went away, the best day we had was that beach day. I thought. And
Yeah, of course. Two man weren't even trying to live what wasn't thinking. Man was trying to live what man trying to think.
Clubs,
we was living.
Yeah,
You get me? And then
man was bike riding along, like
everyone seemed happy.
Yeah, from Santa
You even look at the
Monica
pictures,
all the way
even
down the
generally,
coast,
yeah.
like
Everything.
for like what 4 hours.
For
I
time.
was bike
We
riding.
didn't even think we went the whole of that thing.
From like bright till dark.
yeah, you get me? And then it's thoughts like that, days like that, where I think, why am I really stressing myself?
And we barely spent a penny. We didn't spend a penny. We rented the bikes. We didn't even stop off to get like snacks or anything. We was just riding and taking it in.
You get me?
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a sick day.
You get me? So it's things
That
like
was a
that.
sick day. We didn't really spend much that day, because straight after that's when we went for our drive up to Calabasas.
Yeah.
We just that day.
And then we went back and
It
it
was
was
just
just
like
calm
it's
down.
nice.
Just about experiencing life.
Relaxing fun. That's
That's what life. When I look back at that, that's what happened.
That's what life is.
Yes.
You know what I'm trying to say? So like,
Bro,
everything was lost, fam.
All right, then.
No worries in the
phone,
world. No
It was just a phone way
phone.
of thinking. Fam, I didn't speak to anyone other than you, man, who was there.
Literally.
So as I'm thinking, like, all these times when I'm at work and you're stressing, you're ready to
Yeah.
really and truly, what a man chasing, like,
No, it's
or-
true.
what a man really trying to get to. You get
Yeah.
me? Like,
Get to that.
yeah,
Because you need something like that.
yeah,
Or-
yeah, of course.
Yeah. That's
No.
But
not
then
not
do
even.
you though?
No, this no.
Do you though?
That's
That's
no,
what
you
I
don't.
keep saying.
No, you
Minimum.
I'm
don't.
saying to myself, we don't
You
need it.
But no, because that's what you think, because you see everything around you, innit? But minimum could get you there.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
what I'm
facts,
saying,
yeah,
like,
facts, that's what I'm
because
saying.
it's like, like people have lived abroad, and like I don't know, they might not be earning substantial, but they're happy, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like they could be doing like the minorish jobs, but just because of their surroundings, maybe the hobbies that they're keeping up, like they're happy. They're not thinking like maybe we're in the mindset of like, yo, we need this salary, this, that, we need to buy a yard, buy this, like all these monetary things that Ty says he's got a monetary goal. The reason why he might have that is because he thinks he might find happiness in that thing.
It does, man. It does.
You know what I'm saying? But
that's a journey, man.
yeah,
That's
fam,
a journey,
like, it's just made me overthink loads lately. Like, made me overthink loads. But I feel like I'm edging towards a man that I want to be, and I think we are as well. Because it's like, obviously, we have to fight that battle of being young and black and beating that stereotype. Because it's like, remember we said it before, like, yo, like we're all doing well. We can't sit down then. Yeah, it's like we have to like obviously growing up like wanting to do well, working, being legal, etc. That's one thing, but then there's beating the stereotype of being black. For example, you got gold teeth, whatever. Like I might have wore a chain, I don't know, whatever in it. But it's like as soon as you do that, you get put in that section over there, but you're not part of that section. So you have to beat that stereotype, which takes years. Then when you overcome that stereotype, then you start putting a bit more respect on your name, because it's like, yo, I've got this far. I am who I am. Like, he might not get the same recognition as somebody who, you know, I don't know, somebody else who's come from background who's more expected of, but I'm still amongst. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, you have to think of it like that, yeah. Bet on yourself, innit?
Yeah.
That's been my thing for 2021. But yeah, I've looked at my mind state, yeah.
That's 2021.
No, facts, man.
You got a list in it of what, 2021
No, fam, it ain't even like, you know what it is? It was me realising, not even realising, it's me realising. I'm not kids, fam. Like, I'm a man, so it's like, I'm trying to turn into the man I'm like, trying to be, you get me? And I'm just thinking of little things in your mentality that you don't realise. Like, for instance, if you was going for an interview, yeah, and there's a space of, and there's 2 interviews, and there's 2 vacancies, but there's 10 people interviewing. Do you come at it with the attitude of, I know I'm one of the best candidates, or is, there's only 2 people? I'm coming at it is, I know I'm one of the best candidates.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing lately.
You get me?
Facts.
Just
yeah.
Come at it with that.
You got no, like I said, if the job's yours, it's yours, innit? That's how I look at it. Like if it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. You give it your best shot, and that's what you can do.
Literally, fam. Literally.
I was coming at it, but I'm gonna do the interview soon.
Say that again.
I'm gonna do the interview sick. I know I'm
Oh, sick.
interviews.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
so
facts.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you like approach
so if
me.
I don't get him, then boy.
Yeah, someone better might have got you.
That's what I'm saying.
Somehow.
Control what you control from, you get me? And it's just like, man can't be held to
A box.
limitations or to, like,
that's why I like
Seb
Kanye
said, put in
so
like a box and like, yo, you're just a black you from X, Y, Z, you get me? Like, no, I've got a lot more to offer than that. Even a lot more to what these companies can't offer. This is only just a short-term thing for me right now. Like, I have a lot more to that, like, and that's a slowly shifting my mentality that I'm like slowly realising. It's like I'm not going to be held to no, or like just trying to be vexed every day going to work. Like that's just the worst life to live. It is, fam.
Corpse get you, fam.
Get you in, fam. And
that's what I'm trying. Like I said the other day when Thingy was speaking to me, Deanie, I said this is what I'm trying to do. You work your way out of it. Even Roy was saying like, what work gives you, use all those resources.
Because it trap you in with the P.
Yeah.
Trap you in with the P. But then all this, and then
you need to
flipping man see Bitcoin and Dogecoin, all these new monetary things coming out, and you think, what's this P really worth anyway? Where there's P to be got elsewhere. Like these jobs aren't the only way that I can make money from.
No, no way.
You get me? So like, don't think that you can hold it for 2 years.
Fam, a week's concentration. Made that on stocks on my weekly wage on stocks on.
Come on, man.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like just a bit of research, clear mind. A man made that, fam. Imagine if man could do that every week, then you're financially free.
Well,
You
that's
can
what
do it. You don't have. You get me if I'm like
That's why you just keep building.
incrementally, innit?
And I feel they've had man to where like I think
They make you feel undervalued, like you
Yeah.
can't do it, but you
and
can.
I feel
do
like
it.
you need them, and no, bro, you need me still. like it's not like that. You know?
How the people were going back to. This is why I love this episode so, because we're going back to the same point every time. Because these apps and stuff and these people at the top, back in the day, I need to ring a broker to buy me a stock, but now you don't need that.
No, we'll do it ourselves.
You can
do
do
the
it
research.
yourself,
Do the
but they'll
research,
block
man.
you because they know you can do it, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
No, I hear you still.
corporation needs the people.
But do you know
From
what's good with that
accounting,
though?
do you know what the biggest expense is? Salary.
Oh.
Because they need people from.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And what do you think they're trying to do? Get rid of people through robots because they know they need people, and soon the people wake up. That's mad.
But what's good though is that like it's all self-taught.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, it is.
Like man, this is self-taught. Like you know what I mean? Like man, are learning these things with age, innit? Like we haven't been passed down this. So obviously it does take time. So
yeah,
you got to think
there's a lot
like
of loss. I've took a lot of L's from it. So yeah.
no, and that happens with a lot of things. Like a lot of things self-taught, and you know things that we've learned from each other, but we couldn't have taught each other with our young mind. It's what happened with maturity. So it's like when you look back at things in hindsight, it's like yeah, cool. I wasn't obviously ready for that situation then. However, now I'm of this age now where man have collaborated before. We've run through situations, we've assessed bare situations. It's like yeah, I'm ready now. But even though I would have liked to gone through that situation then, I wasn't ready. I wasn't who I am now. Do you know what I'm saying? So if I went through it then, it probably wouldn't have had a good outcome. Because my mindset weren't right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So obviously it's a weird hindsight because it's like yeah, I would have wanted to pursue it, but I wasn't ready. So it's kind of good that I didn't because I could have ruined it. So I would have rather missed the opportunity than ruined the opportunity.
That's true.
Because it might come back around, and there isn't. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
true. No, I hear it.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I
that's
kind of
what
look
I
at it.
could
That's how I kind of look at it still, like, because, like I said, like, we all have things that we wish we didn't do that we did do, but, like, obviously they shape people's character, innit? And like I said, I don't think we ain't turned out too bad, we ain't turned out bad at all, so
That's what I'm saying.
there's still things that can rectify and there's still good decisions to be made to better us, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, we're getting there.
And there's still failures, fam.
Of course.
There's still failures. Like
Yeah.
you can't be afraid to fail, fam.
Yeah.
Like, and they will come. So you just got to be in a position to where it doesn't completely destroy man. You get me?
Yeah, of course.
Like, something negative does happen. You know what I mean?
Everyone takes L's, so any L's I take, I just try to tell man like, yo, that's what you need to do now, innit? So
That's the thing. I was on lost of the lessons, man.
yeah. So
Simple.
now, that's what I'm saying. That's my lessons I pass on to man.
Lost
Like,
of the lessons.
that's what I'm thinking, innit? Like, oh, yo, do this, and then now, man will progress in sort of things. That's all it is. Like, that's all life. I don't know what life is, to be fair. So
You don't know what life is.
It's
You don't know
interesting.
what life is.
Interesting to see what life brings, though.
Trust me, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's I'm at that age now where it's like, yo, wonder what the next
Looking
year is.
forward to it, man.
We're all
Wait,
gonna bring.
when
Wait.
Ready for it though.
Have
When
youths in there.
COVID's over,
Yeah,
what?
man.
I'm hoping things get back to normal and man can take flights.
Trust me. Have some
We
youths
definitely
there.
need to go.
Have some youths down the line soon. Hey, look, man.
Soon.
Not soon, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you.
Foreseeable.
I
Go on,
need to
Baker,
go.
John. Go on.
I need to go like to Spain or something like that, innit?
Yeah,
I
fine.
Yeah.
Anything.
I need to go South America.
But I need to go Brazil, man. I need to go Brazil.
I want to go Brazil.
Need to go Brazil.
But yeah, man, that's just a venting
That was venting still. I know that kind of got.
deep.
Yeah, that kind of got taken. That kind of got taken.
It was needed though.
It was when you have to vent
It was
sometimes.
needed
Good conversation
still.
went over to different
It's got me
things.
overthinking.
Jaded.
Jaded.
I won't say man around.
Yo, what's that song?
Taste.
Ah, you man, so I feel. 'Cause you know, why you-
But yeah, episode that's like 20. Episode
Ready.
20 in the books.
There's a lot of foul play out there, so Harden. That's a bar in there.
That's a bar. That's a bar. Whose bar's that?
It's a bar in
Whose
it.
bar's that?
Shez's
That ain't your bar.
It is his birthday, but I'm supposed to do a freestyle today, but we're allowed.
No, seriously. No, seriously. No, that's your bar. That's my bar.
Yo!
No,
You see what I'm saying? I
I'm
thought
fucking
about it the other day, big man thing. Don't even want to know the first bit, innit?
Yo, for right 16, did it?
Yo,
Get 16
yo,
out, bro.
freestyle soon anyway, people. That's
Yeah?
a bar, innit?
That's
Yo,
a bar, you
get me in
know.
the studio, fam.
That's a boss.
Fucking ghostwrite still. You know what I mean? That's a bar, innit? Yo! I thought about it the other day when I was in the shower, still pause. But, yo.
I like that one there.
You thought about when you was in the shower?
Yeah.
Oh, Seb, man. What's wrong with you, man?
Fam.
Lada.
What did I say?
Oh, you brought another dynamic to the... Listen, episode 20.
Yeah.
Episode 20. Lada. Episode 20. Thank you for... Thank you for listening, watching.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, man.
We'll
Subscribe.
be more consistent with the releases. Obviously, things have been taken over. Life's been difficult at the moment.
We've had talks.
A lot going on. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're getting blackboard at the moment.
Yeah, definitely a lot going on. But we'll be more consistent. Just messages with any topics, any ideas, anything you want us to touch on. Yeah. Mogul Talks episode 20. We're back again next week.
Yo!
What was that?
No, I love it.
Sound
Carry on.
like
Yeah, allow
Again,
it.
talking
Yeah,
about?
you know what?
Yeah, allow it. Allow
No,
it.
no,
Carry
no,
on.
no.
No, allow it.
Yeah,
No, no.
episode 20 will be back
Fans,
next
no.
week. Mogul Talks signing up.
Yeah, peace. Yo, Shez, you got anyone to wrap it up? Can't flip it. It's a birthday
Oh,
wrap
yeah,
up.
birthday
Shouts
wrap
out, man. Shouts out.
Oh, yeah, shout out to 2021. Shout out to
When I went into it, oh yeah.
yeah, shout out to anyone who's still going through this pandemic. Shout out to not even shout out to what? That's everyone. Yeah, it is. Not everyone in New Zealand though.
True.
Yeah. I don't even know this week still.
Just shout outs to everyone, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like, cheers.
shout out to anyone whose birthday is, who shares birthday same day as me. And just hopefully everyone gets bullish this year, innit? The year of the ox, Chinese New Year, about today as well. Pancake Day coming soon, Valentine's Day coming soon.
Oh, you
so,
might go.
Yeah,
yeah, so
I hear that.
lads out there, start getting your Valentine's ready.
No, man. Got that moon pig, man.
Hear
Yeah,
that.
get on that moon pig.
But yeah, wrapped up.
Mogul
Thanks for
Talks.
watching. Thanks for listening. Peace.
Subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe.
All of that.
All of that down there. Use this YouTube thing. Or is it like those down there? Or is it up there?
Yo, you're definitely, I know.